Disclaimer notice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All information in this video is not based on fact. It is all alleged, based upon my intuition, my opinion, what I believe my tarot cards are telling me. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research, form your own opinions. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards. Good morning, good morning, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you are watching this. Yes, I'm still stuck on the P. Diddy stuff. There's just so much here, so many people involved. I'm just going to keep on digging. Folks, I'm going to keep on digging and see what comes up. Now, I just got to say this because in this video, it's going to be a tough one. I really want to know what the cards have to say. No wonder. It's like my camera's crooked. I'm going to have to work on that because my view, my mat's going at an angle. I'm trying to keep it straight for you guys. I'm going to have to work on that. But anyhow, that's my issue. There was a little girl, Eva Barone. And I'm going to play a little clip for you. That was a TikTok that had a bunch of men and some kids in it. Yes. That was... But this particular clip was Ava calling Diddy Papa Diddy or Papa Combs, okay? And Diddy's asking her, "What's your last name?" And he's saying he adopted her, and she's saying things like Ava Baron Combs. I cringed when I saw this video. But I'm going to play the clip here.
Yeah. Everyone, introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Eva Barone Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. Please. Tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with the kids.
Okay, so I'm going to dig into this. This here, I am going to use this spread at some point. I saw this on Alicia Wicker's channel. And so, as you know, I always give credit where credit is due. And I even put a comment on one of her videos that I got to try this spread out. So... But before we get into that, I want to get the energy around Ava. We're going to start there, and then I'm going to get the spread out about Diddy and Ava. Okay. The motivation, the moral compass, and all that in regards to Ava. But let's just get some cards to... Apparently she hasn't been heard from or something. I saw another video, somebody wanting to know. She's not a psychic channel. She's actually like a therapist or clinical psychologist or something like that, asking where Ava is. What happened to her? And I thought, you know what, That's my next reading. Even though I've got a whole list of people, a whole list, including J-Lo and everybody. Nobody's going to be immune to a tarot reading. Anyhow, where is... Show me Ava. Deceit, Seven of Swords, self-deception. Oh, snap. Snap. She was young, very young, but there's an element of things are not as they appear. A windfall, abundance. Oh my God. She was lured into Diddy's place or whatever by offering her something. A new chance, a cycle, the world. A karmic completion, travel. She's been moved, I think. I think she's been moved. And in that clip, Ava was saying that she was out in the streets. So we're going to have to dig a little bit into her family life. Because there's something not kosher there. It makes me wonder, is she a missing person? I don't know. But Eva Barone, and there's a sense of reflecting, shadow work. Structure and nurture. I think, my opinion, allegedly speaking, I'm picking up this idea, watching and spying. Okay. I would say, allegedly speaking, Diddy had his eye on her for a while. Because later in that same clip, there was something about Ava came back on. I didn't clip that one or screen record that one. But Diddy came back, or she came back on and said something about Diddy knew her since she was a little baby, knew her family. There's a sense here he's watched her grow up. And, I don't know why these two cards wanted to fall out. But there was something about her family life, I feel. I feel that very strong. May have lacked structure or something like that. But he had ulterior motives. Offering her some abundance and stability, financial stability. This girl could have whatever she wanted. He would nurture her, and he gave her all these promises. The self-reflection is she may have thought about it for a while, or she may be in that hermit state. She's not in the public eye. That's obvious. There's the Justice card and disharmony. I would say Ava found out that Papa Diddy didn't tell her that there were strings attached. Giving her all these promises, but he didn't tell her about the strings. And there's a little bit of naivety there. Let's see. This deck has not been filling me lately. Let's just see what this one has to say. I'm just curious to see if this one adds to the story. But I feel very strong there's something in Ava's background that attracted her to Diddy to begin with. Okay, can you show me anything about Ava's background? Her family background. Can you show me anything about Ava's family background? This is the Warlock. The Warlock represents somebody who means harm. Somebody, yeah, bad side of Magician, Resolve. He's a master manipulator. I mean, just look at him. He's a magician. And he wreaks havoc on lives. So this is kind of backing up my idea that everything was not exactly okay. The Warlock also represents obstacles. It could be theft. It could be also holdups and delays. And a resolve. This is finding an answer to problems and obstacles in her family life. There is a sense of manipulation there. So she was introduced to Diddy's group. When I see that butterfly queen, this is a social butterfly, a sense of freedom. So the answer to her family problems, which has to do with manipulation and blocks and, all negativity, was to introduce her to his family. There's a review. We saw the reflection in the last set of cards. So now she's kind of reviewing things. What did I get myself into? The romance, you know what I'm thinking with this. Kissed. Not just kissed. I mean, there's a certain level of affection that's not parental. Accepting the quest. So, in order to have some sense of stability and to receive attention, she had to accept an offer here. The card right before that is the call. The call is the invitation. The call is, are you going, and this is answering that call. The call is getting that text message, getting that phone call, getting an offer, an invitation of some sort. This is the acceptance or the rejection. Okay? And it's basically it's accepting the quest. It is some kind of contract, an agreement between her and Diddy. And pledging your oath. Taking up the... It's like she had to pledge herself to Diddy. And and she learned something from that. Time flies. Okay, this all went down really quickly. Now she thinks she's falling. She thinks that things are out of control right now. They're out of her control. And she's really seeing how things have fallen apart. And I'm getting this, a saying came to my mind of out of the frying pan into the fire. The fellowship, the kiss. Boom, boom, boom. I get the fellowship, I get the butterfly queen all the time in any reading that Diddy's involved. So what I'm getting is she had a troubled childhood, family problems, and Diddy had the answer. And he made it sound really good. But she had to pledge her oath to him, her loyalties. She took him up on it. She is now in a place of reflection. And she's seeing everything not going according to plan. This could also be the fall of Diddy that she's watching. She's thinking about everything. And the fellowship, the kiss, the everything going on in the group at the parties. Yeah. No, that's no bueno. Not good. No bueno. Okay. Now, what I want to look at, I'm just going to do a few quick cards. I'm going to use the tarot to help me understand. Help me understand Ava's childhood, pre-Diddy. Her life pre-Diddy. With her family, her mother or father or any siblings or anything like that. Pre-Diddy. The situation, Page of Swords. That is learning. That is communication with the Four of Cups. Okay, her childhood was less than desirable. I think she was being ignored by her family. What is the past situation with that? The strength. You know, prior to pre-Diddy, and this is like pre-Diddy, we're in a time machine. This is right around the time that she is getting ready to meet Diddy or go off with Diddy. Because of her being ignored, her childhood mediocre, melancholy, poor health in regards to her childhood. The strength, Leo energy. She's a Scorpio. You heard her say that. But this is about protection. In the future, the Lovers coming. This is getting into that agreement, getting in with Diddy. In the past, a sense of resistance, strong harm. I might have to do some clarifying on that. What was her overriding concern right around the time that she met Diddy or right before she met Diddy? The High Priestess. So there were some secret things going on in her family life. So this is almost clarifying this. So this feels like I'm getting the ABUSE, maybe not in an SEXUAL way, but physical bruising, you know what I'm saying. I'm getting that her parents were meant to protect her, but that's not what they were doing. Just the opposite. There was somebody that had control. Somebody, I mean, yes, you have to have control over your children, but I'm talking about a negative control. And she was coming up as a very resilient, very strong child of some of the things she had to live with. I don't know how far deep I'm going to dig into that, because her primary concern is about her and Diddy. But she was being ignored, overlooked. I'm feeling like there might be another sibling, possibly. But here's where she met Diddy. Now, what is the hidden? What's under the surface? 9 of Wands. And look at that devil right above the head in the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is rising up and trying again. It's resilience, and I just said that. And underneath the surface, there is a sense of suffering, but always having the strength to keep on going. Okay? And she... Now, in this card, the 9 of Wands also almost reminds me of 9 of Swords energy. If you look at it, it's almost being surrounded. So I would say she was surrounded by other family members. There's a sense of evil. I said that even in her own household. But evil was lurking under the scenes, especially where Diddy was concerned. So, how was she viewing her family? Knight of Pentacles. Though she did not... The Knight of Pentacles is something that happens over time. Viewing her family as she viewed, I said viewed, in the past. Steady, loyal, boring. She was a problem child also. I'm getting that. I'm getting kind of a rebellious energy from her, to be perfectly honest. But what were external influences or environmental influences? 3 of Wands. Come on, honey. Let's go. Now, she may have had a set of parents that traveled a lot on the road. I'm seeing financial stability as far as her parents are concerned. But I'm also, it was kind of funny where, I mentioned, where she mentioned she was out in the streets. Look at that. It's almost like, there was, that control may not have been dealing with her because she's being overlooked. It might have been between her parents, but there's an energy of resilience and strength with her. Maybe even a sense of rebellion. I just got to put it out there. But she had financial security with her parents and external influences. Reason why she may have felt ignored, her parents traveled. I don't know who her parents are, if they're in the entertainment business, actors, or what. I don't know. I don't know what they did for a living. But I'm getting people's making plans moving forward constantly. And they may have left her alone. She may have been in the streets when Diddy grabbed her up. Her hopes and fears. She was looking for change. She was looking for some kind of transformation. And this is Scorpio energy. That could literally be Diddy. She was hoping. But as a fear, it's like, that could be literal. She could be saying, am I going to die? Or where she's at now. Remember the reflection. Remember the downfall. Yeah. And the energy of what have I gotten myself into, out of the frying pan into the fire. There you go. And then out come I don't like this. Four of Swords. This is resting and recovering, or this is one of my that indicates that. This is making me think, moving forward, I felt this when I started this reading, and I should have said it. Ava may not be in the 3D world anymore. I'm just saying, she might not be. That's the vibe I'm getting. And if she is, not for very long. There's her fear. Am I going to die? That doesn't look good. Okay. Now I'm going to look at the situation with her and Diddy. And I'm going to try out the Hidden Truth spread from Alicia Wicker. I don't know if this is one of her own spreads or if she found this spread somewhere. But we are going to try it. The public persona, I would say, is what are they presenting to the public as far as Ava and these kids are concerned, these young kids. I'm actually a little bit freaked out over this energy because if there is a chance that she's still breathing and still has a heartbeat, somebody needs to get to her. Diddy's in jail. It's not going to be him physically doing anything, but it could be somebody doing something to send a message to Diddy. I'm just saying. I do feel that there is some kind of special bond he has with her. And I'm not saying that it's healthy. But I'm hearing one of his favorites. Okay? One of Diddy's favorites. And I'm going to do what Alicia does. I'm going to put all the cards face down first. So this is the public persona. What they are, what Diddy is displaying to the public in regards to Ava. And hidden truths about the situation. Skeletons in the closet. We know he has a lot of them. Anyhow. His true intentions with Ava. External influences regarding the situation with Ava. His moral compass, where Ava is concerned, and the outcome. How is this going to affect the public or people in the environment or even Ava? Let's dig in. What is he showing to the public? Queen of Cups and Ten of Swords. Presenting to the public that Ava has mommy issues. And he is saving her, Ten of Swords, from betrayal from mommy. That is what he is presenting. He's saying, I am pouring out my love to Ava. She was in a bad situation in her home life. They were treating her badly, poorly, and I'm coming to save the day. I am giving her, remember that nurture card? Here it is. I am nurturing her. I'm giving her love. I'm giving her even motherly type love that she wasn't receiving before. So, makes me wonder if there was mommy issues in her past. You know, I said that there's definitely something in her childhood. And I think it has to do with, in a really negative way. You get my drift. Okay, what is the hidden agenda of Diddy's? The devil. Oh my God, why am I not surprised? Deceit. You know, the deceit card came up. Deceitful. His hidden agenda was to deceive her. 7 of Pentacles, making sure I am going to give you that stability for the long haul. I've got it all. I've worked my ass off. You can have it all, Ava. I'm going to take care of you. In his harem, in his organization that has been long established. This is very evil, putting her to work. And he meant it to be long term. Okay, the skeleton's in the closet. Justice and 8 of Cups. He's been in trouble before that may not have been publicized. This is almost like this is going on a new journey and an emotional journey, leaving unfulfilling things behind. Justice. The first thing that came into my mind is escaping justice. This is making me think. The skeleton's in the closet. Did he legally adopt Ava? I'm curious. Does anybody know? Did he, not just in words, you know, for that video, did he actually take legal action to adopt her? I'm getting that the skeleton in the closet is he may have forced her parents to abandon her and sign over their parental rights. And there's a mother right there. Look at that. Mother distress. I don't want to do this. And the father. And like Diddy standing there, sign, sign, sign. It's almost like somebody being coerced into signing over their parental rights. And Diddy legally adopting her. Comment below if you know if he legally adopted her. Okay, what are his true intentions? It's like, what does he really want out of this scenario of having Ava? King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. His true intentions is he's been trying to strategize his future wife. Are you shitting me? His true intentions is he wants Ava to be his partner. And his true intentions is, I'm going to make this happen legally. So maybe there is not an adoption, but it's more than just an adoption. It has something to do with it being his partner. He wanted somebody, if not legally, somebody that do wifely type duties. That's sick. That's sick. External influences behind the scenes. Who's pulling the strings? 7 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. behind the streets is somebody who is strategizing over the coin. And this could also be oh my God, if it's not wifely duties, it's putting her to work. But he has some kind of expectations of her being a high rank in the organization. There is a sense of theft, and we saw that with the Warlock card in the last spread. It's like this is somebody strategizing behind the scenes over money. Somebody wanted... Whose external influence is pulling the strings is somebody wanting money. Somebody wanting to... This is almost like a client of his wanted some fresh meat, something young. And it feels like there's definitely grooming going on here. The agenda is grooming her, strategizing, that's strategy also, and grooming her. Okay, there's the mailman. Dogs are going to bark. Sorry. But grooming her and preparing her for somebody. He's going to... There's a sense of somebody wanting to buy her. Somebody wanting to buy her. She is going to go away. Somebody's going to buy her. He's selling her. That's why the Death card's coming up. That's why the Four of Swords was coming up. Then we have the Moral Compass. His moral compass is all about money. Commerce. The Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving. Two of Wands is the plan. Is acting on a certain idea and the plan. You know, the Ace of Wands is the idea. The Two of Wands is the decision to act upon it. The Three of Wands was the traveling or moving forward, or ships coming in, results coming in as well. Things going according to plan. This here with the Six of Pentacles, this is a deal. This is a contract. And I've saw contracts in the last spread. All this stuff is all about business. You know, he's showing, like, and he even, that's why the Deceit card is here, because he's showing the world, he's showing Ava, or was, that he had good intentions to get her out of a bad situation. And he made things happen legally, whether it is actually an adoption or legal guardianship. Something to that effect. And in reality, he had plans of preparing her for her to go to somebody else in exchange for money. Maybe even into another organization. That's what this is all about. I shit you not. You know, he had long-term monetary plans with her. But he may have had to take care of her for a couple years to get her prepared. Just saying. And then his moral compass is all about the money. Strategizing. Financial decisions. His moral decisions are based on his bank account. In regards to Ava. How much money can I get? That's what that's about. I'm telling you. And what is the projected outcome for Ava or anybody associated with her? 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands. A struggle. There's a whirlwind. You see that in that card? That's drawing my attention. It's like I'm just getting the image of all her plans, what she viewed or how she felt about things, where she thought she was going. And she's getting caught up in some kind of cyclone, some kind of whirlpool, that she's in for a ride. And it's in for a bumpy ride. It's not going to be easy. She's going to have to fight. I'm telling you, fight for her life. She is in the fight of her life moving forward. And when the truth comes out, about Ava, Diddy better watch his back. Wow, I like this spread, Alicia. I like this spread. Absolutely. Daisy, stop. So, Daisy, stop. Mailman's gone. So, last thing I want to ask before I wrap this reading up. As of this moment that I'm throwing the cards down, is Ava still with us? That's what I want to know. Because there's out there and Twitter and Reddit, other social media, there's been people asking about Ava. Is she still in the physical plane? Is she still walking this earth in physical form? Is she still walking this earth in physical form? Again, one of Alicia's spreads. Knight of Swords. That's some kind of sudden action. Knight of Wands, a battle. There was something heated in the past. 10 of Wands. It's like Ava became a burden. And some fast action, aggressive action was taken. Page of Cups. And it was like, something isn't as it seems. Something smells like a fish. Wheel of Fortune, destiny, a big change. 6 of Cups, from the past, a child. 10 of Cups, family. That's their family. I'm getting a return to the... I think she still is, to be perfectly honest. Maybe. Because there's one part of me, something happened that was really, really bad. But there's a change in direction. There is childhood and family being returned to her family. Doesn't say in what form she's being returned. You know, the Page of Cups, the child returning to her family in a different form, potentially with the Wheel of Fortune. There seems to be some kind of aggressive action here because there was something that was a big burden here. I'm getting big Mildred out. It's easier to shuffle than the mini deck. I like the mini deck because it stays nice and neat, but this is just easier to shuffle. Yes, Alicia, I got these decks because of you. I started out with the mini. Then I went up to the bigger size because it's easier to shuffle. I still use the mini sometimes. I call it Mini Mildred, and this is Mildred. This is actually Mildred. That's Mini Mildred. That's how I have them named. Mini Mildred and Mildred. A good way of using Mini Mildred with Mildred is for repetitive energies. Any repeat cards would be an exclamation point screaming, pay attention to me. Okay. The Knight of Swords. That is like, feels like an argument over her. There was tension somewhere. There's the fire. Oh, I'm fiery temper. They needed to be extracted. I know what the tooth means in this deck, but the first thing I got, we got to extract. If you have a toothache, you got to pull it. You got to extract it. There is a fiery situation. There are a lot of passion, a lot of anger over extracting the child from a situation. Or was this the child being rebellious? Was this Ava being rebellious? And that fire can represent burning something up, destruction. And it is also a consuming emotions. We had somebody highly taking actions based on their emotions. And some illness or separation. A separation, extracting. So, somebody highly emotional over an extraction of this child. Wondering if that could have been her family. And the Knight of Wands. That is the Knight of Wands, right? Yep, Knight of Wands. He's pissed. I'm getting very impulsive action. The Mirror. And the Pitchfork. Ooh, the Pitchfork. The Mirror. Reflecting what somebody saw in the mirror. A younger version of themselves. Or it could be vanity. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And the Pitchfork. That's a bit concerning too. The Pitchfork. When you get the Pitchfork, it's a rebellion, and violent uprising, a conflict. Okay, so something happened here to the child, and now somebody's reflecting on their actions also. It almost feels like, hey, what did I do? And I've been seeing reflection all through this reading. I was seeing Ava. I thought it was Ava reflecting, but it might be Diddy. It's almost like Ava not being able to control her. I got this very rebellious energy around her. And action being taken to extract the problem. Something happened to her. Okay. And she became a burden. It's like, this ship's going to go down here. Show me the Ten of Swords. Or Ten of Wands, I'm sorry. What is the Ten of Wands? The eye. Because all eyes are on her. I'm wondering if somebody was searching for her. I don't know why we didn't hear about this. Yeah. Somebody had their eye on... Okay, somebody had a certain agenda. They had their eye on the prize. They had certain goals that they were reaching and moving towards. Their eye was on their goals, but we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. We have a burden. This child is holding us back from our goal. She needs to be extracted. And there's destruction here. There's aggressive action being taken. And somebody's looking in the mirror now and saying, what have I done? Because it felt like, because I still stand by it, it still felt like Ava being a prize. You know, maybe Diddy generally did have some emotions towards her. Even though most of it was about business, but in the deep, deep, deep pits of his being, I don't even want to say soul, because I think he's soulless. But there was something there that there was a little string. A little thread attached to her. Okay. Page of Cups. I think that's Ava. She is a Scorpio. We've got the Hand. Umbrella, protection. She was handed off to somebody for protection. She may still be with us. She may be in actual protection. I'm curious about this Wheel of Fortune. Something changing. Feather. I don't like that. When I see that, that's spirit. Changing. I said changing form. She's trying to be... She was under somebody's protection. She was put under somebody trusted somebody's protection here and said, hey, I'll help you, I'll protect you. But something happened, and now somebody's regretting. Now the reflection here is making sense. I handed Ava off to so-and-so. Now look what happened. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is progression, moving forward. Feather, spirit. The shell. She's in God's hands now. I want one more for that shell. What about the shell also represents protected, being hidden away? The axe. I thought so. Somebody broke through the protection here. Now being in spirit. Now I'm leaning towards she may not be walking this earth anymore. Six of Cups. Returning to her family. Blood? No bueno. That's her blood family. Hag. I said her mother was very negative. And I meant it. There might even have been a female responsible for this shit here. But being returned to family. Ten of Cups. That's the nucleus of the family. The house. That's her home. That's her family. Being returned to the hag. Thinking she's going to be protected. But that protection is cracked, is flawed. I'm wondering if somebody in her own bloodline family. Star. Hope in the stars. I think there was a desire for her to return. A desire for her to return home. But there's a negative energy in the bloodline. A change, a crack, axe, something being cracked open as in regards to protection. It was flawed. And their spirit. Something bad happened. I could say that. Something went very wrong with Ava. I'm going to put this out there. I could be wrong. I'm not afraid to admit that I could be wrong. But I don't think she's with us. I don't. Something really bad happened. And Diddy knows it. And Diddy's thinking, what have I done? Because there was some kind of string there. She was the prize. He was grooming her to prepare her for another role. And I'm going to leave it at that. And that's what I have. And I'm going to drop the mic here.